Welcome back to another lesson on Shine On Me, and today's lesson will be about comparison in shopping. This may seem like a pretty broad topic, but first to define it, we can say that comparison in shopping means to look at two or more products before deciding which one to buy. The purpose is to save money, get better quality, and also make smarter choices. Now, with this in mind, why should we choose to compare different products? Or why do we compare at all? First, we have the general idea of price. Is one product going to be cheaper than another? You should also think about the quality of each product. Will it last longer or work better in comparison? Products also have different features, so you should ask, does it really have what I need? And lastly, there's also an aspect of brand and trust. Do you trust the company that's making it? And also look at the reviews. What do other people say about it? Now that we know why we do this, let's look over steps that we can use to compare the products. First, identify your need. What is it that you want to buy? Then you should be trying to make a short list. You should choose around 2 or 3 products that fit your need. Then compare categories. This could be things like price, quality, features, or customer reviews. And lastly, you should try to decide on a final product. Pick the best option that balances both your needs and your budget. And for the visual learners out there, this is a comparison that I did using an example with Backpack A and Backpack B. Backpack A and B had its similarities and differences, so I categorized using things like price or quality, features, warranty, and reviews. First, let's look over the price. You can see that Backpack A is $40 while Backpack B is $55, so Backpack B is a little bit more expensive. However, with the quality, you can see the Backpack A is categorized as a medium quality, while Backpack B is called high quality. So you can see that there is a correlation with the price. Even though Backpack B is more expensive, it also comes with higher quality. Now with features, Backpack A has 1 pocket, while Backpack B has 3 pockets. Once again, a connection with the high quality or high price. I also found that with the warranty, Backpack B had a longer warranty of 1 year. I thought that there was a connection with the price. The higher price meant longer warranty and better quality. Now lastly, looking over customer reviews, I found that Backpack A had a general consensus of around 3 stars, while Backpack B had a higher rating of 4. Now with all these in mind, I would probably choose Backpack B despite the high price. In addition, I would also assume that although higher pricing doesn't always mean a better product, in this case it did indicate the higher quality of Backpack B. Now with this in mind, let's go over some tips that will help you be smarter with your purchases. First, try not to buy the first thing you see. You wouldn't be able to compare with other products if you bought it right away. Also, try to check online and in-store prices so you can compare and get the better bang for your buck. Read reviews before paying to see other people's experiences with these products, and remember that cheapest is not always the best product. Now lastly, you should also ask, do I really need this product? And make sure you don't mix up your needs versus your wants. Now let's go over an activity for students for some engaged learning. For the first part of this activity, students should pick a product such as sneakers or headphones. Then, for number 2, you can compare 2 brands using the table that I showed previously. Now lastly, you should share which one you would choose and why. I also did this activity, and for my case, I used fur slippers for the upcoming winter. I chose to compare the 2 brands being UGG slippers versus Costco slippers. And first with the price, I found that UGG slippers were around $100 while Costco slippers cost $24.99. Also looking at the quality, we found that UGG slippers were in general higher quality while Costco slippers were around medium quality. Also looking at the general features of both slippers, UGG slippers had soft fur and also a appealing logo. Costco slippers just had the soft fur. Our next category is the warranty, and we found that UGG slippers had in-store service, while Costco didn't really have anything. Lastly, I looked at reviews and found that UGG slippers had around 4 stars, while Costco slipper had 3. After this comparison, I would probably choose to buy the UGG slippers for the higher quality despite the high price. However, also thinking about how Costco prices are around 1/4 of the UGG's price, I would also strongly consider the Costco slippers. We're now done with the activity, and I hope you guys try it out too. So let's go over the key takeaway of this lesson. This lesson teaches you that comparison helps us spend money wisely. It'll help you avoid regret and also choose value over impulse decisions. That's the end of today's lesson, and thank you for watching, and stay tuned for more lessons on this channel.